Alright, here is part 1 of the lab. Servo control with potentiometer. So I'll twist this thing, and then the servo moves pretty smoothly. At the edges, it starts shaking. Oh, it starts shaking a little bit. I think it's just because of stage fright or something. I don't really know what's going on with it. Maybe because like the delay isn't completely accurate, because it has like processing time as well. The signal gets messed up. That's only like suboptimal performance. Here's my code. It's just like 2 if statements to change the PWM frequency or period. Here's some debugging stuff. Yeah, I think that's it for this part. So here is part 2, or part of part 2. So first, the calculations, or like theoretical voltages for each bit value. I just used the calculation from lecture and added another bit and then divided it by 8. Least significant bit voltage is 0.625 volts. Now I'll display it. So here we have the little circuit. This is the most significant, this is the least significant. So if I put the 2 least significant bits on low, it should read 2.5, which it does. Woo! And then you saw earlier, all of them were high, and it was on 5. But if you're still that skeptical, this is the least significant, so it'll read 0.625. Oh, oops, because that's a 1. Okay, now we're chilling. That's a 5. Boom, 6.25. And I'm doing 5 volts because 1, you said so, and 2, that's the thing on the calculation. So here's the Arduino portion. Here's my circuit that I built. It's a bit of a rainbow mess. And here is the command output, or not that, serial monitor. Right now all the bits are high. They're on 5, so it should read 4.37, wow. Which it does. And now I'm gonna take out the most significant bit. Or wait, no, I'm gonna take out the least significant bit, so this one. And then it should read 3.75 if I'm correct. So right now the least significant bit is like a 0. Oh, 0, because I just pulled it out. Boom, that reads 3.75 volts, so it works. Here's the last part, controlling the servo with the circuit. Somewhere in between now and the last video, my circuit decided it didn't want to work anymore. So yeah, I can still kind of, but for what was supposed to happen is I just used the same code from question 1, except now my output, or my input to read the potentiometer value is this blue wire which connects to the Arduino. And then it should just send out the signal to the servo. It still moves if I change the pins, like here I'll get rid of 1. You can see it moves slightly, but the degree at which it moves is a lot lower than I would like. I'm not sure why it's this low, but it does seem to kind of read off of, like now it'll go to the other side, or it'll just do that. Yeah, I don't really know what happened, but yeah, I think that's the last part. There are also some questions that go along with exercise 2. First one, how many positions can the servo be oriented using your GAC? It should be 8 because it's a 3-bit, so 8 total states, ranging from 0 to 180 degrees. How does this compare? It's a lot less than the potentiometer, because the potentiometer is like a continuous nice stream. This one's 8 discrete values. If I needed a smaller step size, so more positions, I would include more bits into my circuit, but I used all my resistors. They're all unplugged now because I didn't want to break my servo. Yeah, use more resistors to make it a more bit circuit. I think that's English. I think that's it. There were questions for the other one as well. My readings aligned pretty well between the theory and the simulation. They were like right on the dot. Once again, if I needed smaller step sizes, I would include more bits, so like more ladder step things.